Welcome back to my channel. Thanks very much for joining me today. In today's video, I want to show you how I'm getting on with my living room makeover. As ever, I've got to apologise about the echoiness in here. I don't actually film on a proper camera at the moment, even though I've had a YouTube channel for like 2 years. I've never really kind of jumped in there with getting a proper camera, and the camera or the phone that I use now doesn't even have a microphone jack because it's all wireless now. So yeah, I'm really sorry about that. But I'm so excited to show you what I have been up to this week. In my last video, I showed you my living room just as it was before any renovation work needs to be done. I've only done a quick makeover in terms of painting this week. I've painted over the lining paper that was already here. Sorry. I've painted over the lining paper that was already here. I had the paint in stock already down in the cellar, but I actually had to. I had like a massive tub of white paint, and then for the feature wall just over here, I had the paint as well, but that paint actually ran out. So I did have to go to my paint supplier and get some more paint. I always use Crown paint. I just really like the people down at the shop. They're really good. They always give you testers for free, and then you are able to, you know, really see, you know, what you want to do with in terms of colours and stuff. But yeah, I had thought as well that I was going to get this entire room decorated on Saturday. I started doing the prep work on Friday. So I started sanding down the woodwork on Friday, and then unfortunately, because I'm filming on my phone, I was painting, getting into the zone, trying to get on with it, and I was listening to an audio book, so I really didn't do any filming of that, but I promise you I did all of the work myself. But on Friday, I got, you know, everything sanded down, ready for the wood paint. I usually, when I'm doing any type of wood painting in my house, would use a water-based paint. I really hate using gloss. And when we had a decorator last year, I bought him some wood paint, and I didn't realise it was actually an oil-based one. So I've really struggled with using that. I just really hate using it. And like, how are you meant to even clean the brush? I got some white spirit, and it's like, and some soap, and was trying to clean it, but I've been cleaning that brush for about like 3 days now, and it's still covered in gloss paint. So now this room, the woodwork is done, I think I'm just going to get rid of that paint, because there's not very much left in the bottom of the tub now anyway, and it had gone a bit kind of separated. So anyway, yeah, that is all of the woodwork is done, thankfully, because that is a job that I really hate. I don't know if you can see like the door there, how much whiter it looks. The only issue that I've got is that when the previous owner, and these must be the original skirting boards, when the previous owner actually painted these, he obviously thought, or she, I've given up on life, because they've obviously dipped the paintbrush in the gloss paint and then flipped it on there. So I did sand it down very quickly, but there are drips all over it. So it's a little bit disheartening, because it looks like I've just been really slapdash with doing it. But I've kind of got to remember, I've spent 4 days decorating in this room. I'm still not quite finished. I can't wait to show you the feature wall there. But it's all, you know, the woodwork's going to all be stripped back, and the skirting boards are going to be taken off and disposed of. So yeah, there's no point me, you know, apart from a quick sand down so the paint would stick to it, I've just left it. But it does look so much better in here. And the reason, I'll show you in a second, the reason why I'm getting rid of the skirting boards, because I don't like to throw anything away, but there is a reason for it. Also, very excitingly, I found the original stenciling for this room. So when the house was originally built, you would have it stenciled, quite often in grand houses apparently. So, you know, that's quite exciting. But the bit that Robin had peeled off a bit of that wallpaper, I cleaned all of that back so I could just paint it, and it has original stenciling on, which is so amazing. When we bought this house, we were told, we had a survey done. Sorry, this is a really chatty one. It's going to be quite a chatty long video today, I'm very sorry. But when we bought the house, we had a survey done. We had like a really in-depth survey done, which cost, I think, about £600. And we had it done with our mortgage, our mortgage lender. They come and just check the house to be what the value of what you're asking to loan is. And that man did a full survey on this house, and it came back with a textbook. But one of the things he said about our house was that it had rising damp throughout it, which for us was obviously a really big red light, and made us really think about whether we were going to buy this house or not. So he works that out by going around with like this little tool that I think you use it for wood, like to see how much percentage of water is in your wood. So he'd gone round and checked all the rooms and said it had rising damp. We then had to go and get quotes off different companies to tell us, how much it would cost to fix the rising damp downstairs. And one of the companies said, "Oh, just get the what's it called, between the bricks done outside." They refill all of the gaps. It's not re-rendering, it's called, I can't remember what it's called, but we actually did have that done when we moved in. But anyway, once we bought the house, we had Rentokil come out, and they said it was going to cost about £15,000, and they were going to just hack off all of the, up to about waist height, all of the plaster back to the brickwork, and then they would do this like damp-proof course on it and stuff. Sorry, this is a story that's kind of a bit long now, but basically they said it's going to cost about £10,000, and the whole bottom of our house was going to be destroyed. And we just thought, oh, do you know what? We just moved in. I was pregnant, 6 months pregnant. We just thought, look, we'll think about that in the future. Well, anyway, fast forward 3.5 years later to today, and we just literally forgot about it. There's been absolutely no damp in our house whatsoever. And then back then as well, we started watching like videos on YouTube of other people that had like the same house style as ours and stuff. And we realised that actually there's this guy on YouTube that would go around these old houses and explain the reason that you've got rising damp. And it was actually because people would turn these houses into like, they would render everything with cement on the inside of the wall. They would then put like concrete on it, and then they'd put gypsum plaster, which would essentially make all of the walls waterproof, but they wouldn't be able to the walls wouldn't be able to breathe. That is where I'm going, going with this story. So we kind of thought, actually, so what you're saying is all we need to do is take the plaster off and put lime plaster on the walls, and we're not going to actually have a damp problem. So anyway, when I've realised that the original stenciling is on the wall here, I've realised as well it's original lime plaster. So there's 3 layers of wallpaper behind all of this, but it was really easy just to get that small patch off. So that means that my living room, it might not be on every wall, but this front wall of the house is still lime plaster, which means it can breathe. We had the house repointed with lime when we bought it as well. So long story short, the front of my house can breathe as it was designed back 115, 120 years ago. So I'm so pleased about that. That is a massive win for me. The rest of the room, we are going to be doing another time. But before I'm going to stop talking now, because I really want to show you the colour of the feature wall. I haven't finished painting in here. It's needed 3 coats of paint, which this wall, the wall behind me and the wall in front of me has had. But the corner here needs 2 coats of white, and then the wall, the feature wall needs another coat. So I'm going to stop talking. I'm going to show you what it looks like, and then I will go into some more details about the floor, what we need to do here with the flooring. Before I show you as well, a little bit of a disclaimer. you wouldn't believe the amount of stuff that you find underneath the sofa. So there's bits and pieces all around the place. And yeah, it's a little bit untidy, but I thought, who cares? I'm sure you're not going to mind if you see a little bit of mess. So yeah, here you go. I'll turn the camera around now. So here you go. I couldn't wait any longer to show you what the feature wall looks like. I'm so sorry, it's really messy at the moment. With the feature wall here, it needs one more coat of paint, and I really underestimated how hard it is to do a really straight line on the paint. So hopefully I can get that done later on. The issue that I had was that the ladder I was using was so tall, but I couldn't get really close into the wall. But now I've borrowed another one. So today, later on today, I need to just finish this wall and get one more coat of paint done on it. So I'm really pleased with that. This is actually the colour of the paint that we have on our feature wall in our bedroom, and I really love it actually. And I can't believe, compared to the wallpaper before, how much nicer it looks in here. It's just, yeah, I'm really sorry about all that mess there. With this unit as well, I had mentioned that I was possibly going to be painting this, you know, sanding it down and painting it, but because it is absolutely huge there, and the sofa that I've got as well is just like really pushed in against this wall. So what I'm going to do, we have a local junk shop, so I'm going to go up the junk shop later, and I'm going to have a chat with them and see if they will come and collect that. I think they've got like a big van, and they'll just come out and I can donate it. And then I was thinking of maybe buying a second-hand unit that will go on this wall here, and just paint it blue, exactly the same colour as the wall, and then it will kind of like merge in. So yeah, that I think is going to go, because it's quite good. But also, when you've got a unit like this in your living room, you end up just putting stuff in it. Like if you open those drawers in there, it's just probably just bits and pieces that when you're tidying up, you just put in there. You know, and I find as well with our mantelpiece, this is kind of what it looks like normally, you know. So yeah, hopefully next Wednesday, this room will be done, because we have a new mirror going up here. The mirror that we've got, we used for our wedding, which is nearly our first wedding anniversary. So it'd be really nice to have that mirror up there, which would be lovely. With my TV unit, that is going to be staying here. It's solid oak, and my mum messaged me after my last video and said, do not paint that. You just can't paint oak. The bottom, the handle on the bottom, as you can see, it's actually come off, but it's in the drawer. It just needs to be nailed back on. And behind the TV here, you can see that is the colour of the walls before, because that has only had one coat there, and obviously that magnolia still hasn't been painted. So later on today, I just need to go behind there. That needs 2 more coats of paint, and then pretty much we are then done. The what's it called? The windowsills, they've had 2 coats of paint on, and you can see, I mean, this is just left over from the previous owner, and I did give it a really, really quick sand down. But yeah, you can just see, like, there's, you know, I've scrubbed this kind of thing so many times, but it's so grimy that it's just nothing you can do about it. So I've just got to wait for getting the windows done. But on the whole, I am just so pleased with how much nicer it looks in here. And with that stenciling, that was just down. Sorry, the dog bed is here. I'll just move that quickly. The dogs used to live in the kitchen, but unfortunately we lost one of our dogs during lockdown, so she spends quite a lot of time in here now. This is the bit with the stenciling on. I've just painted over it. There's a couple of holes in it, you can see, that I haven't filled or anything. But yeah, I am so pleased. And if you have a look now, there's like a crack. There's a crack in the plaster there, but it's actually in really, really good condition. And again, with the skirting boards, I filled them actually, so it looks much better than they did. But the reason that we need to get rid of them is because, can you see in this corner here, This is where there was some woodworm at some stage, and there is on every bit of skirting board, there is remnants of woodworm. It's not active, so you don't need to worry about it. Whether the previous owner had treated it, I'm not sure, but this is the issue that I've got. And one of the reasons why we haven't actually thought about doing the flooring right now, and this is the reason. So, as you can see here, oh look, there's a spider there. As you can see, there is a little bit of rot on the skirting board, but luckily that is just from woodworm. The reason there's such a big hole in here is because I've like poked down there quite a few times and broken it off. And what the previous owner did, you see, rather than fixing this issue, they just put that foam spray stuff down, which you can see is on here. They just sprayed it and then they just put the carpet back over the top. And with our floor, it's still, I think maybe this is the original floorboards, because it's got that like tar stuff all around the edge of it. But what we need to do is, through this hole here, you can just feel the air coming up because it's got vents underneath the floor. So we just need to, get that all insulated underneath. Here is another example of like what the woodwork looks like really up close. There's a join here. At some stage, someone's joined an extra bit of skirting board onto it, but it's just like so messy. And I've done one coat of paint on this, so it looks really nice, fresh and white, but it just needs so much work. And I think you can see in that corner possibly that there is a repair job on that woodwork on the other side as well. So yes, unfortunately, all of the skirting boards are going to go. So in general, I am so pleased with how good it is looking. I mean, it's not finished, but once it is finished, it's going to be looking so much fresher in here for Christmas. I don't even know what the date is. It's the 9th of December today, and I've not got my tree up in here. The children do have a tree upstairs on the landing though, so they're not completely being left out at the moment, but I do want to get my tree up as soon as possible. So I'm really looking forward to getting this wall done today, or later on today. Also, we have a local Facebook page for people doing up properties in the area and like restoring them and stuff, which is amazing. So many interesting people on there showing pictures of the house and stuff. But there was somebody that showed some pictures of their internal doors that they've had dipped to get all the paint off. It's where you just dip it in acid and then you don't have to scrape all the paint off and stuff. Because in houses like this are very old, you'll usually have like lead paint, which is obviously really poisonous and stuff. And this is obviously one of the internal doors, and we still have the other original internal doors down here. So it's great because I just messaged this person saying, who did this work? Let me know. So I can then go to them and get it done. So it's been absolutely brilliant. And I really can't wait to actually properly restore this room now. I can't wait to take all the wallpaper off and see what design has been stenciled all over the walls. And I'm really hoping when we take the internal wallpaper off the internal walls that is also lime as well. That would be brilliant, because some of the other rooms are not lime. So yes, there you go. This is what it looks like at the moment, and I've got a lot of work still to do. And as you can see, look, I've got the Hoover in the corner of the room. But before we go today, I know this is quite a long video, quite chatty, but I'm going to be going down to the junk shop to see if they've got anything that would be suitable to put on the wall that I was telling you about, because we've got our colour scheme already organised for this room, that it goes with our mirror basically. So I'm going to have a look and see if I can find, they've got some electricals there as well. So I'm going to go and see if I can find a lamp that will go. I will need to paint it probably, but will go with the mirror. And honestly, if I can get a unit that goes kind of on here, on this wall here, that will take like the lamp, we've got Alexa and we've got the Nest and stuff. If I can get it on that wall there, I think that it will look really good being painted the same colour as that wall. So I'm going to do a little bit of housework now, and then we will go down to the junk shop. So we've just got to the charity shop, junk shop place. I've never actually bought anything from here, but they always have all different types of furniture in, and they have a Facebook page, so they upload pictures all the time of what bits and pieces they've got. So we're going to have a look around there. I think they've got an electrical area where they pat test things and stuff. So I'm going to see if they've got a lamp. I want a lamp in the corner of the room. We did have a lamp, it got broken, I threw it away, and then we haven't replaced it since. So yeah, I want to see if they've got a lamp that I can kind of upcycle, because you know, the ones I've been looking at cost about £100, and I don't want to spend that, basically. Also, when I was just showing you the flooring and stuff in the lounge, basically one of the reasons why we haven't completely done everything on that room yet is because we need to actually take the carpet up, and we need to insulate underneath all of the floorboards. So that needs the skirting boards to come off, the carpet to come up. It will be freezing in there because already we get a lot of airflow underneath the house. And it's one of those jobs that means the room is completely out of action for about 2 weeks, and then it needs to be put back. You know, once the underfloor gets insulated, we also then need to do the flooring, and we need to put the new skirting boards back on within like a 2 week period. So that's why we haven't done that at the moment, because it is a really big job, and I need Lloyd to help me do that. I mean, we could get someone in to do it, but it's something we can do ourselves, but it's just having the time to do it because Lloyd is really busy with his job. So yeah, there you go. That is why we have to still stick with that green carpet for maybe another few months. Anyway, let's go and have a look and see what they've got in the junk shop. I'm going to ask them as well if they will come and collect that unit as well. Hopefully they can do that, because it's really big. It's not going to fit in the car. So let's go and see what they've got. Going to have a lamp, but this is their electrical section, and as you can see, there is no lamps. Oh my goodness, it's absolutely freezing outside. Oh, so they have got some really nice furniture in there, actually. A really nice side table for like my hallway. Oh, it was absolutely beautiful. They wanted £250 for that. It's like solid and lovely. And they had a couple of other things as well, which was so nice. And they do delivery. She said it's £5 delivery. And they also will take my unit that I've got. But she said you need to email a picture. I'm assuming they want to just see what it looks like before they arrange to come out and get it. But I think I'm going to email them and arrange for them to come and collect it anyway, because it's just too big for the room. They also had like a really nice writing table thing in there as well, which was just really beautiful. And they did have something actually that I thought would be really good on that wall. You know, the unit that I'm looking for, like a chest of drawers, that was really nice. But it was too nice. It's solid wood, so you can't really just paint that because it would ruin it. So it's not really going to go for what I want, but it was just worth having a look in there because, like I said, I thought they had, well, they do have an electrical area, but it's not got anything that it's got like toasters and, you know, sandwich makers and stuff. So no lamps, but it's worth having a look anyway. But there you go. Sorry, it's been a really long video today. This is kind of the stuff I'm up to, by the way, when I'm not gardening, which I should be gardening. I'm down at the allotment later on today before I take Stan up from school. And I also need to finish painting. So yeah, so much for watching today. If this is the first time you're watching one of my videos, please do hit that subscribe button and ring the bell so you're notified of all of my latest videos. YouTube have some videos up on the screen now that they think you'll like, so please go ahead and watch those. And I will catch up with you in the next episode, which will be next Wednesday. Wednesdays will be my dedicated upload day for Erica's Little Welsh Life, but hopefully I can get some other videos in between that. But anyway, I'll see you later. Bye!